welcome back. You are still tuned in to Funtastic Fridays. I know we're here with you every Friday from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. And we're still in the segment called Talk the Ting with Kim, where we are discussing accountability, taking responsibility in your relationship. And as I said, guys, this is the first part of a two-part discussion. And when we went to the break, we got some comments. Dana says, taking responsibility for my actions. So she's describing what accountability means to her. She says, taking responsibility for her actions, being transparent and honest, and she dislikes dishonesty, right? And you want to say, oh, you want to listen to business? She said, I'm listening to you guys like how TikTok was listening, Cartel. Kim, you'd be surprised. Some under 30 want you. Nobody over 30 seems to want me. Always on 25 and under. So she, when I was saying that, you know, man, when you get older, the younger men don't see other phase.
Young people, you want a young girl. What she talk about under 30? She not under 30?
I think early 30s.
I'm going to zoom in for the picture again.
I think so.
You are not.
We're not a lot of our business. Look at me, a lot of our business. I'm guessing. I think. I don't know, but I think. But yeah, guys. So before the break, we're talking about accountability and sharing some experiences of the lack of accountability we've experienced or we've been guilty of, right? And Lionel asked a question before the break, which I think was a very good question.
Right.
How many persons do you know, probably, you know, include yourself in it, could admit to being the reason a relationship failed?
Exactly. Who I go fess up and say own up to that? It was my fault.
I've heard people say that.
I did her wrong. I did him wrong. Whatever.
I've been around conversations that say that. You know, as I said, there's always the one that got away. I've heard male or female say, you know, I probably don't know the people who got away personally, but I have a friend. I remember one time she was talking about her exes, and she was like, but you know, me should have stayed with, let's say Simon. Me should have stayed with Simon because Simon really checked for me, you know? So you do have people that can look back and realize that, all right, yeah, there was somebody there that was worth it. I'm going to never give them the proper time of day, you know? And I've heard men say that too. Boy, you know, so-and-so was a good girl, and I'm me wasted. But, you know, I've heard that.
And that is a bit tricky too as well, in a kid, because sometimes what might lead us to say some of those things is probably loneliness.
Yeah.
Or we just miss the person. Because sometimes we know say the relationship was not good for us. Here we know. You know what I'm saying? We should have just stand in a relationship.
Right?
But as I say, it just matters, you know, how we felt that we handled the relationship.
No, but sometimes you know when somebody was a good influence on you. Maybe you did young and immature and you never take it too serious. I know that's
but I'm just saying,
we're not talking about the crosses one day.
When people talk nowadays,
yeah.
And you hear them say they want to go back to a relationship. That don't mean it was good all the time.
It never has crosses as the other crosses. Them. When the crosses is, you know, but
it's just a familiar crosses where them can't manage. I don't say it sometimes. But, you know, as I say, if you can really say that, boy, I did that person wrong.
Yeah.
If me should have just, you know, be more mature, or should have just wise up, or
I have to work on yourself first.
Yeah.
You have to learn to respect yourself in terms of understanding your value. And understanding your value no mean say you feel you're at a PhD level when you didn't reach bachelor's yet.
Yeah.
And that know your value mean. Know your value means say you have a right to be alive, to breathe. You have a right to fix up yourself to look good.
Mm-hmm.
You're deserving of love.
Mm-hmm.
Them look at things there. You know
Envy, so like he got therapy recently, and I didn't recite.
He is the therapy.
Right?
No.
I didn't recite the therapy.
You don't know my thing already.
I say you deserve to be loved.
But you have to work by yourself first, because if you don't, you will be tricked into thinking that, you know, say, the relationship wasn't so bad. And you start blame yourself because you don't understand your worth.
That's true. For me, I can say I was guilty of that in the toxic relationships. Okay. Afterwards, no, because myself, Kimmie did fool, you know, right? But in it, I would find ways to be like, you know, Kimmie never have to upset like that, even though it was probably very warranted. But you know, a part of me was like, you could have did it differently, or could have been more understanding, or you know. So as I said, you can actually look at how you contributed to the problem. But sometimes, guys, y'all made the right decision when they step away from certain situations. So we want to touch on why accountability is important, right? We talk about how it affects trust. We share some experiences. You want to say, but Dana Stewart say 1 out of 100. So I guess she'll say,
100 for?
I guess the whole people admitting where they went wrong, right? 1 out of 100. And you want to say, I learned so many lessons, especially the last relationship. This time I'm following the Heavenly Father. If I was doing that from the get-go, I wouldn't have been in so many messes, right? Yeah, man,
I know Father try to show you the sign and say,
all the time, but guess what? I know all of a sudden we go colorblind when red flag come up, right? And then when the relationship done, the same red flag, them, you should have known, but him did show you, and you just never did pay him no attention, right?
All you see agree.
Right, all you see agree, you're just colorblind. That's how I get, listen, the older I get, the more I understand the love is blind concept. Love is truly blind. When you care about somebody, yeah, man, when you're truly, in your opinion, because probably you don't even love them, there's some other word for it, but whatever for your version of love, it make you accept things what.
I'd say, love definitely can be blind.
Yeah.
Can be blind, but true love is clear as day.
Yeah, that's what I said, the version of love that you said. I'm going to get a session sometime, I'm going to, right? So,
I have said the things in a certain way with every, true love.
True love, yeah.
Guys, it's definitely clear as day.
Right? And then, and a man always colorblind, as, oh Lord, Dana said, I have only had one relationship straight to marriage. Oh.
Dana!
So I don't know how to expound. That is a brag.
Yeah,
that is a brag. I love that. Dana said I can't relate.
That is not fair, Dana.
I cannot relate. I only had one. I took it straight to marriage. I love that. I love hearing that. Right? And you want to say...
We're happy for you, but we're going to block you after this.
No, we need to call her if you get some advice for the younger ladies. But because there's how we ship sailing up.
This man, we find she as soon as he can.
Yeah.
I've married her.
Yeah, because him see the value. Him see the value and say, I cannot let her go. I love that.
Not let her out of the house. Be like,
right?
Me never get asked her, you find the right one. Interview, no. Make them call you.
I will come along. We don't mind.
I'm going to sit right beside her. We never get answer.
We need to interview them still. Me like that. That is an interview. Me like that.
But you don't get tired by yourself at this time.
And you want to say, and a man always colorblind, Me don't know when it catch we women. So all of a sudden we start colorblind too. Right? But... And let me tell you, I could go on and on about accountability, but we're going to go into the core benefits of accountability.
Benefits?
So number one, benefits.
Okay, benefits. Okay.
Number one, it builds self-awareness. Mm-hmm. So if you work on your accountability, it makes you more aware of yourself. You can know when you're about to turn the tables or twist people. You know if you're paying attention, right?
Okay.
To be accountable for your actions, you first have to understand what steps you're taking and why. For example, you may find that anytime you feel embarrassed, you lash out to redirect attention away from you. No people do that.
That's I tell you.
You now embarrass me alone, Both of us are embarrassing at this, Right? So you have to identify the times that you do. Then, when you practice accountability in your relationships, you regularly have to take stock of what you're doing, building awareness of your behaviors, habits, and tendencies. So you see, when your partner come and point out and him say, boy, babe, say, anytime I address something, you always a deflect or you always don't just respond. Don't listen just to respond and have a comeback and more time. When people not take accountability, when them think about something and say, we should set an argument, right? When when the argument done, and you think about a wicked line and you say, chub man, you want an opportunity to drop the line, so that line down. You never really learn nothing. All you do is try to win the argument. Right? Yeah, I drape some people, right? I drape people. I've done that. I've thought of lines like a day after and it's like, I let me just hold on, I can't bring it back up.
The roughest thing about disagreements and these arguments that cause lack of accountability, it's just for understand, say, you and the partner on the same team.
That is it.
Work together, but part they're hard.
But that's hard.
Feel like you against them.
No, but that's the thing. It's hard because most people in relationships nowadays, except Dana, and her husband, right? Most people in relationship, they have a defense mechanism.
Yes.
So they're in it, we're out here with people, But it's like everybody aside eye everybody, and it's like we're ensure say we're back now. We're not unpack our bag fully.
Yeah, man. Once
you go somewhere, you're not sure if you stay too long. It's like you go on a trip, go hotel. And you say you not put on the drawer, because might have to move, right? So you take out some things and you're like, alright, I go try it. I put some shirt in the drawer, put some pants, but 3/4 of the suitcase still there just in case they need to cut. Right. So when they need to move, it's a quick move. Yeah. That is how people are in relationships nowadays.
So when you come in, you can rest your bag on the tip. No, it's alright.
No, it's alright. And your bag in your lap. Right? No, but that's the reality. We enter relationships because we know that most people probably don't really value relationships how they should be. That is exactly. As they say, you sit down in the relationship with your bag on your shoulder. Yeah, no, man, you can relax. Yeah, man, alright. You have your bag in your lap just in case you need to move.
Lift up.
And that is what's happening. So you see, because we're in it, but we're not fully in it, we have that wall just in case, so we can take ourselves quick. That is why we are. I think that's why we're not very good at this whole accountability.
Yeah. But then that's why I say it's a tool, because again, in relation, you gonna mess up.
Yeah.
Like people, I think too much people feel like say relationship should be Jesus.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A savior to everything, and your life just fix after that.
Yes, and never do certain things and foot clean.
Yeah.
And no probably relationship and I think we are gonna find you have to fix the most.
Yeah.
No.
Because that's how the bond gets stronger.
Yeah.
You things happen. You sit down and you talk it out. Maybe sometimes you cuss it out.
Yeah.
Because you have civilized cussing.
You have the one them when they don't really disrespect each other, but when the voice and the feelings and all about.
And sometimes it's important to express.
Be honest with yourself and be who you are.
Yeah, but people expect relationships to be perfect. And that's how you go. You got to have
it's expected.
Yeah, you just have to again use up your tools, admit when you're wrong, apologize, them look at thing there.
Alright, I love it that you mentioned that now, because them tools them I think enough away like toolbox, right? Right. But another important benefit of accountability, it encourages empathy, right? At its core, accountability is a practice between at least two people rather than one person acting in a bubble. Accountability is about one person thinking deeply about how their actions affect those around them. So it's not that you just do things just for you, right? When you're going to do it, you consider, all right, some say envy not really like when me do certain thing, is that you're gonna think about, not because, let's say for example, let's use the common debate of outfits, how females dress, right? You have some man will say, yo, I know I'm a girl, I dress a certain way.
Yeah.
But you have some girl will say, listen, on my body, him can't tell me. If you are being accountable, you consider how your decision is going to affect your partner, right? If you can't compromise with it, maybe it's not the right relationship for you, because it's going to be an ongoing argument between how you want dress and how him no want female woman dress, right? Just like how she might have an argument, you love go road at night, and she might say, babe, I like say every night you go on a road, I like say you come in 5 o'clock, but for you that is your life, and you're going to do it because this is what your life is, right? You don't have to find a common ground. So if you don't have somebody who's considering, alright, say Kim always tell me that she not like me touch road at night, like every night, and you not try even compromise, or you don't have a conversation. Come on, say it's going to change, but have a conversation. Help me to understand why you feel the need. Because it might be something that helps you to cope.
Yeah, because the dressing thing with women, I feel even careful of the words I'm use, but certain dressing look a certain way to men. Yeah. And men usually don't want to go up on the road and certain people attack, say, that man they there with that type of woman. They don't know the words. They don't know the words that go with the dressing. That man they there with that. You don't want your wife or your this what you hold as a part of you for attract certain attention. No. The women who are dressed that way, the most time them no see that way. Right? Them no see.
Remember say them big.
A lot of times they know.
Alright, here's the thing.
So then why then still?
A lot of times they know. Women love attention.
Me don't want to take the conversation to dressing, but just for the same What we that talk about before?
No, the whole account, like, we're not considering that, okay, yes,
of meeting
we
the
want
person
this because
halfway.
this is who I am, but I must be able to kind of consider you, all right, you know, you like me dress a certain way, and me not like when you out at night time, at least have a
Right.
conversation with me.
All right, yes. So it take a conversation because it's surprising I said they know that. That's
No,
how
women
they-
know, I'm
Alright,
sorry.
yeah,
Nobody
it's
can
alright.
tell me
You see
woman
the
I
thing
know.
never expect.
Woman know.
And you know why we're going to always say women are aware, even if them say them not aware.
Uh-huh.
If they don't dress like that, they won't get that same attention.
Exactly.
So women know when they get attention.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very much aware of the
It's-
difference in what they wear.
It's just like if me and you in an argument, right? I'm gonna want to make sure you are, let's say we've done. I'm gonna want to make sure say you regret it. Women know the outfits of them draw for, right?
Okay.
The
But
more
then-
you know, it's like the more you know, say attention. They say if you slip, you slide. Women know. It may not be the same intent that you're imagining, but she want that. Women love attention.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
Some of them
Whether we're
just-
into you or not,
Used to the attention.
we like
Keep
it.
dressing that way.
And that's a lot of us. We're guilty of keeping men around who we know we're not interested in because they do feed our ego. It's when they're gonna tell you every day as you post a picture, boy. You know, say if I was your man, worse if it's a boyfriend.
And you know,
yo,
say
you know,
she
say
not
a boyfriend are ramping up for me, you know.
You know,
Long
she
time
not
married,
block that
no,
one day.
they like that. Then I should not block him.
Nah,
They
I'm
like
gonna
that.
ask you a
Women
question.
know. I'm sorry, women, me I load way up. We
I
know.
really don't want to go after it, but if they know, right, what is it about that attention where them crave so much? So you want this attention from 10 million man,
Yeah, they want that from 10 million.
and you're the most important man to you. No opinion, no matter.
It's not that it don't matter, right? One is chances are, not saying this is the case, he's not doing such a great job at the attention. You know, people get complacent. So in the beginning, him they make all this effort and da 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 da. But as time goes by, naturally, not saying it's right, naturally things tend to fade
I
out.
want to ask, is that attention so important to women?
MV, let me give you an example.
It is. Women love attention.
The sexual kind
think
of
about-
attention that it's
think
It make you
about,
feel good about yourself.
think about fame, MV. Think about fame. People do so much
Just to-
keep in the spotlight of fame. If
Yeah.
they were famous 10 years ago and them have 60,000 experiences of that fame in the past,
They're gonna do
in the
anything to
last
keep
3
it.
years.
Alright.
But something has changed and they're not in that spotlight. You hear them attack scandal, them a do this, them a rap back, them a all sort of something to get them name back out there. It's very addictive.
More ask
Fame
one quick question.
And attention is very
about that
addictive.
before we go back to accountability. I understand, so then that is, I guess that is wrong then to crave that attention because it
they say
make
it's wrong,
it
but
make men, it
can
make your
be
partner uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For you for want that attention
Yeah.
so much. Is that the only thing that is wrong with it then? The fact that your partner have a problem with it, or is there something wrong with dressing? What's the word? What
Provocatively
adjective?
or-
Provocatively? Yeah. Just for the attention, what fundamentally wrong with that? And come here, me personally, I don't think me get it.
If you're in a relationship and
It all
you
depends
have
on your partner
it depends
as well.
that as well, because some men love
Some
that.
partners will ask
some
them to
man
dress that way.
want you dress a certain way so the
That's what I'm
world
saying.
can
It's
look
very
on
hard
you.
to balance what
Right?
it is. But in the end, whether from the partner or the person dressing that way,
Yeah.
it's gonna be something related
Cause
to
me
self-esteem.
know say me uncomfortable because hey, you
It's gotta
look,
be
you know,
Yeah.
Too much.
you know the words.
But
Them.
Yeah.
You look that way, that
Yeah.
double word.
But it's
Yeah.
You know,
it's a self-esteem issue. But
people attack and that affect how me feel.
Yeah, because your partner is a reflection of
some
you.
guys
Yeah.
like
So-
to hear people talk about their women. Some, as I said,
But like
at the end of the day, the partners, your shoes should balance out what you want. But then, in that case, that type of issue where it's based on hearing people comment about you, it's a self-esteem issue. You rely on comments from persons, so
Yeah.
you have low
you
self-esteem.
must
somewhere.
understand say things this so me got through with. So, you
No,
know.
No,
but,
that's
we
what I'm
got
saying. It's a
you.
realistic
Yeah.
thing.
That's why if you find a lady, if you meet her dressing that way, you cannot expect her to change just because you're with her now. That is not going to be the case for her. So it's either you're going to say, all right, you know, I prefer you that way and work with it. If she does change for you, that is entirely basically
And
her
that's after
choice.
phone conversation, the top
But
about
by
it.
conversation, whatever, but it's gonna be her choice. You know, think say, oh, we do it together now. Say I gonna change.
Interesting.
Well,
She doesn't have to.
I love the comments that we're getting. Dana said, I love what he's saying. Things do happen, cuss, quarrel, then talk back, right? And then Joanna said, I started to wear things I'm more comfortable in, and I did not expect attention, but it was way more than when I used to wear short shorts. I used to wear it because I think that's what men like. And as a lot of the dressing, as women like to claim. And guys,
We like
nobody
it
misconstrue
still,
this. And go to the whole conversation of, oh, well, that don't mean men can touch her. We're not even going to that conversation, because that's a whole thing of women wearing this don't invite nobody.
Yeah,
Fine.
no. If she want
but at
naked,
the
sorry,
same
that's touch her.
time,
That's-
exactly.
She clearly probably wanted to see, but you have to touch her.
Right. And that's them prerogative.
Different, argument.
But the reality is, no, don't make no man tell you we're not aware. Chances are if we're wearing a certain thing, we
Them know
have
what
a
about
reason.
envy.
If we, worse, I've heard women was no say them ex go there one place. Them you probably in a one dress. And I mean here said ex said, no man, if I drop for the next dress, we know what we are
No,
doing.
but sex is different from the promiscuous kind
No,
of look.
but we still are talking about sexy overall.
Either way,
Like
what
once
me
it's
that say is
provocative.
level of
What me I say
eye-catching
is some
envy.
women don't know say it look promiscuous. Then just think it looks sexy.
No, and that's the thing, envy. It's
Alright,
not
so
about
for
promiscuous or sexy for them, it's about the level of attention they get.
All right, before we wrap up, more on your
So let me
opinion,
back
because
and
it's
say,
something I see a lot, right? More on your opinion before we wrap up. The outfits where women's nipples are showing, because it's very prominent. Those
Especially in the
outfits,
summertime.
especially in the summertime. Once upon a time, at least that was covered.
Yeah, they
but
have nipple
now a
covered,
bare
but
mesh
no,
thing
yeah.
and nipples just
Yeah,
out.
me
see
see
out
it.
there.
I
What
see.
would your opinion be on your woman, not just a random girl, your woman aware that's a
No, but it may say them look at things there look promiscuous to me, and it. I mean, you can say all you want. Say you shouldn't care what people think. You should, it's insecure if you feel like, women tend to say them things. There,
That's fair, most
but
of it.
again, especially with me, the road, me do a public kind of thing. People are gonna know say you may a deal with, and you're out a show
nipple and everything, yeah.
and it look away. People are say look away. You look promiscuous. Me I go feel away about that, right? But me think that's a different issue than if let's say upon a level she actually faithful to you, she loyal to you, everything else good, but
her nipples still are showing.
yeah, like,
But that's what
like
I'm
me
trying
don't
to
know how
explain
to
to
deal with that.
Between partners, it's not really that's gonna be the big issue. If the partner is okay with it and you're okay with it, that's not really the big issue there. When you have an understanding there, it's not a problem. When you have back and forth and you have to do that, when you're comfortable like that. But then, as I said, somewhere there's a self-esteem issue, because you should be
Yeah, I
comfortable
think
showing your body.
No, wait, no.
Just
You
in
say
public
self,
like that.
but that's my problem. Me have a question. Something wrong with me if I have a problem with that?
No, I think so. But to each their
Trust
own,
me,
because
right
somebody
now,
love that.
I saw somebody show a video of a girl going on a first date, and she said she's going on a yacht, and she had on like a bikini top and a dress that had no sides, so it just had the front and the back. And I'm like, listen, this lady's going on a yacht. You know, expect her to wear 3 pieces and pants, but at the end of the day, she knows who she's going to. She have an idea what she's gonna experience. That person might find that attractive, you might not. So different folks are different strokes.
No, but what me I say?
But the problem is, as I said, it's just the culture now. More persons are showing off them body. I mean, I don't know why.
I don't know why. And
But-
No,
I
but-
suppose I get more expensive.
But
and it's a
then,
cover
but that
less.
may I say, but then, all right, men having a problem with that. The problem we have is that it look a certain way, and it look like you're the type of person where would I get way.
No, all right. You see, once again,
And to
MV,
me, I can't.
it doesn't have that connotation.
Boy,
at
I
all.
go
Like,
that
it
deep for
doesn't.
me still.
Well,
you know.
guess what,
All it
guys?
does is that you have a different standard of decorum from that person. It don't really mean
no,
standards
no.
at all.
We
I'm
need
not
to
telling
have a
you.
talk
There
the
are
thing
girls
about
out
this,
there,
you know,
MV.
cause-
We're gonna
There
talk
are girls
about
out
it.
there, MV, that in a full clothes, I give more bun than girls who are show them nipple.
We never not go so
Yeah.
far, right? But guys, we're gonna save the rest of this conversation. It's a hot one for next week. Please stay safe.
Have a fantastic weekend.